Good morning, dear students. Welcome to this orientation class for the first years. This is Dr. Rajshri Ranjit from the Department of English, All Saints College. Today we'll see what goal setting is. You all will be having goals in your life, right? Goal is a desired result that a person plans and commits to achieve. You had a goal in your life when you were in your plus two, right? When you were doing your plus two studies, right? And did you achieve that goal of getting the right that you aspired for, branch for your degree studies? Did you set a goal then? See, if you don't have a goal, what happens is that you will be washed ashore. You will be moving along the waves, and you will end up in a wrong place where you are not happy, where you are not satisfied. You will end up in a wrong place where you feel that you don't belong to that place. That happens if you don't have a goal. നിങ്ങൾ നേരത്തെ ഒരു ഗോൾ സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യാതെ ഒരു ഗോൾ നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ what will happen? you know നമ്മൾ എവിടെയെങ്കിലും എത്തും അല്ലേ? We are not planning anything, and we'll just move on. Our life goes on and on and on, and we'll end up somewhere in a wrong job, in a wrong marriage, in a wrong place, in a wrong house. You won't be happy at all. So it's very important that you set goals in your life. So what is goal setting? It's actually a process, so that we'll be discussing this today about goal setting. It involves the development of an action plan designed to motivate and guide a person. So what is goal setting? It's a development of an action plan, right? So by the end of this class, there will be an exercise on this goal setting. So please listen carefully how you can do this. So what is goal setting? It's actually a process of developing an action plan, a strategic plan, so that you can achieve the goal that you have that you have in your mind. It will keep you motivated, it will guide you. So these are the main features of this process. It will motivate you and it will guide you to reach your goal. So this is goal setting, coming with a strategic plan for your goals, for achieving your goals. Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. See, you aspire to get a beautiful job or beautiful house, but now it is invisible, right? But the setting of goals, this strategic plan, that is the first step that makes that goal visible. It's tangible, it is visible, this plan. So that is the first step that makes your dream, your goal, visible. Why do you need this in your life? Have you ever set goals in your life? Why is it important? Because first and the foremost thing is that it gives you a long-term vision of tomorrow and short-term motivation. Two things: one, it gives you vision. You will have a vision of tomorrow, you will have vision of future, because you have a plan ahead, you have a strategic plan with you. You will be, it's not that something unexpected happens, but you have a vision. And also, not only that, it provides short term motivation for you. It motivates you to achieve that goal. It focuses your acquisition of knowledge and helps you to organize your time and your resources so that you can make the very most of your life. Because this plan, the setting of goals, helps you to assess yourself, to organize your time, to channelize your resources. You have resources, you have time, and you need to use it in the proper way. Proper ആയിട്ട് നിങ്ങളുടെ ടൈം, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അവൈലബിൾ ആയിട്ടുള്ള റിസോഴ്സസ്, and also the use of your knowledge, and also acquisition of new knowledge. അതിനെല്ലാം എന്താ ആവശ്യം? ഈ ഗോൾ സെറ്റിംഗ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഒരു പ്രോസസ് ഈസ് വെരി വെരി ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ്. It gives, or it serves as a benchmark to compare with. So it's very important, because a goal without a plan is just a wish. It's just a daydream. നമ്മൾ പകൽക്കിനാവൊക്കെ കാണത്തില്ലേ? you know daydreams. You dream of having a beautiful job, a beautiful house, a very successful career, maybe a successful business endeavor. So you just dream of anything and everything, but without a plan, it's just a dream. It will end just as a wish, a daydream. You will not achieve it. ആ ഗോള് നമുക്ക് അച്ചീവ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റത്തില്ല. ആ ഗോള് ഒരു ജസ്റ്റ് ഒരു ഡ്രീം, ഒരു പകൽക്കിനാവ് പോലെ മാത്രമേ ഉണ്ടാവുള്ളൂ, വിതൗട്ട് എ പ്ലാൻ. സോ പ്ലാനിങ് ഈസ് വെരി വെരി ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ്. You got the importance of setting goals, right? This process of setting goals. Now there are two types of goals in our lives. One is short term goal, the other one is a long term goal. A short term goal is something you want to do in the near future, maybe in this week, maybe this month, maybe this year itself. That is something that you want to accomplish soon. Maybe by the end of this month I need to lose 2 kgs. It's a short term goal. ഈ ഒരു മാസത്തിനുള്ളിൽ എൻ്റെ 2 kilos weight I want to lose it. It's a short term goal അല്ലേ? And what's a long term goal? Maybe it's about your career. I want to be a successful businessman, businesswoman, and or I want to pass the civil service exam. It can be a beautiful long term goals. So it takes a long time to achieve. So you have short term goal and long term goal. So at the end of this class, you need to identify one long term goal that you need to follow, or you want to achieve. You need to sit for some time. Maybe you can meditate of 1 or 2 minutes and then identify a long term goal that you want to achieve. Long term il ninge achieve cheyanda oru goal ne kurichittu you need to write it down. Then this is another very important as well as interesting thing. The goal should be very smart goal. Now when you sit down to write your goal, keep this in mind. It should be a very smart goal. What do you mean by smart goal? It should be specific. You cannot just write, oh, I want to get a job. What job? At what place? Place എഴുതണം, സ്ഥലം എഴുതണം, എങ്ങനത്തെ ജോബ്, what everything. It need to be specific. Make it specific. I want to have a beautiful house. It's not specific. Specify the place. Where do you want to have that house? Where do you want to or what's a square feet? എല്ലാ കാര്യങ്ങളും, how many stories? Right, be specific of your goal, and then it should be measurable. When you in the process of achieving that goal, it should be measurable. You need to be you it should be, you need to make account of what has already done and what is yet to be done. It should be measurable and achievable as well as realistic. For example, I will give you an example. Like by the end of this month I need to lose 20 kgs. Is it reasonable? Is it achievable? Is it realistic? No, right? So it should be realistic. Don't set improbable goals and get discouraged. Set goals which are realistic, which are achievable, and which are time bound. Within this time I need to complete it. It's not that you are going on and on and on. എല്ലാ കാലത്തും ഒരു ഗോളിൻ്റെ പുറകെ നമുക്ക് പോകാൻ പറ്റുമോ? ഇല്ല. ടൈം ബൗണ്ട് ആയിരിക്കണം. So I'll be getting this job at this year, when I am 22 years old, or when I'm 21 years old. Now you're all in your teens, right? In maybe 17 or 18, right? Right age to start setting goals. So it should be time bound. Now let's see how we can set goals. How can we set goals? Shall we see it? Yes. So I want all of you to sit down quietly, identify a long term goal. So these are the few steps that helps you to identify the goals, to write the process, write this strategic plan of achieving a goal. First is, you need to identify the goal. So I want all of you to identify one long-term goal that you want to achieve. Then set the objectives. Why do you want to achieve that? What makes you achieve that goal? Is it your parents? Is it your friends? Is it your neighbor son or daughter is having that goal, and I also want to achieve the same thing? Or maybe yeah, in the movie or in some film star or somebody is saying that, so I want to achieve that. Is it so? ആരെങ്കിലും പറഞ്ഞത് കേട്ടതാണോ? ഫ്രണ്ട്സ് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ള ഗോളാണോ? Why do you want to achieve it? It should be from within you, your deepest wish, your deepest desire, passion should be into it, into that goal. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ആരെങ്കിലും പുഷ് ചെയ്തോ ഫോഴ്സ് ചെയ്തോ ആണെങ്കിൽ what will happen? In course of time it will lose its color, it will fade away, and you will stop pursuing it. You won't you won't be interested in pursuing that goal after a point of time. So you need to have clear objectives why you need to achieve that goals. ആ ഒരു ഗോൾ നിങ്ങൾ അച്ചീവ് ചെയ്യാൻ എന്താണ് കാരണം? Why? What's the reason you want to have those things in your life? Set it down, write it down, and then you need to list the obstacles that you will be facing in the process of achieving that goal. So എന്തൊക്കെ തടസ്സങ്ങളാണ് നേരിടാൻ സാധ്യതയുള്ളതെന്ന് you need to envisage the obstacles, hindrances that you will face. uh, is it your language skills, ability to speak, or if you lack it, is it that? Is it your posture? Is it your non-verbal communication? Is it your friends? Is it a particular relationship? Is it your is it your environment that pulls you down? Identify the obstacles that will face you. Is it your screen time, your use of mobile, your use of social media, or is it your own laziness, your own you don't feel like, you are tired, fatigue? Identify the obstacles that you are facing, which is distracting you. So please write down the obstacles. Maybe you can use bullet points, or use different paragraphs for that. For each obstacle, identify the obstacles, and then identify the people who are involved in the process of achieving this goal. Your parents, your siblings, your teachers, your friends, your mentor is one person who is very important, and you need to have one mentor in your life. It's very, very important to achieve your goals. You need to identify the people who motivate you, who discourage you. So make a classification of people who distract you from your goal. There will be certain people who will distract you from your goal, who will give you another goal of their own, another dream of your own. So what happens is that you will lose your focus on achieving that goal. So identify the people who will motivate you, who will discourage you, who will help you, who will correct you. So make a list and move away from people who pull you down. Move away from people who discourage you, and who underestimate your abilities, your potential. So be surrounded with people who motivate you, who encourage you, who are successful, who succeeded in achieving their goals. Successful people will will motivate you, but people who fail to achieve may not motivate you. There are people who will, but generally speaking, surround yourself with people who have succeeded in their lives. And very important thing, have a mentor in your life. Mentor is that one person who will motivate you as well as who will correct you, who is or who wants you to succeed, to see you successful, to see you happy. So identify such a person. A mentor can be a teacher, your parents, maybe your father, maybe your elder brother, maybe somebody from the church. Anybody can be a mentor. So identify a mentor who will help you in your difficult times, whom you can speak about yourself. ടു ഹൂം യു ക്യാൻ ഓപ്പൺ അപ്പ്, ഫ്രീ ആയിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് സംസാരിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്ന, നിങ്ങളെ കറക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന, നിങ്ങളെ ഒരിക്കലും ഒരു തരത്തിലും നിങ്ങളെ അബ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യാത്ത ഒരു ഇമോഷണലി ഓർ ഫിസിക്കലി ഓർ മെൻ്റലി അബ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യാത്ത ഒരു വൺ പേഴ്സൺ, എ വെൽ വിഷർ, എ പേഴ്സൺ ഹു വാണ്ട്സ് ടു സീ യു സക്സീഡ് സോ ബാഡ്ലി, ആ പേഴ്സൺ ആയിരിക്കണം നിങ്ങളുടെ മെൻറ്റർ. സോ ഐഡൻറ്റിഫൈ എ മെൻറ്റർ ഇൻ യുവർ ലൈഫ്. ദെൻ note down the skills that you need to achieve that goal. So skills again, make two lists. One is the skills that you already have, and another list the skills that you need to acquire. ഇനി ആവശ്യമുള്ള സ്കിൽസ് എന്തൊക്കെയാണ്, പുതുതായിട്ട് പഠിക്കേണ്ടത്, ഒരു ടു ഗെറ്റ് എ ജോബ് ഓർ ടു സ്റ്റഡി സംതിങ്, ടു സക്സീഡ് ഇൻ സംതിങ്. What are the skills that you need, and what are the skills you already have, the language skills that you have, maybe the ability of stitching or whatever skill of the skills that you want to you need to possess to achieve the dream of being a successful entrepreneur or some business, to start a boutique, or whatever is your dream. Please identify the skills required. Then you need to develop a plan for it. Develop a plan to achieve those that goal in your life, strategically. What is the first step that you need to take? Then if it is for example, you need to achieve, or you want to succeed the civil service exam. So what are the plans, how do you plan? You plan your time, you plan to invest in reading, you want to invest your time in studying. Do you want to join a crash course or some course? What is the plan? What are the steps that you need to take? What is the new language that you need to learn? So set a plan. Then final and very important thing is to list the benefits of getting that goal. So what are the benefits that you will get by benefits that you will get if you achieve that goal? So what are the benefits? So note it down, and it serves as a motivation. It will motivate you, it will encourage you to go forward with your goal. എന്തൊക്കെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ബെനിഫിറ്റ്സ് കിട്ടും? The approval of your parents, money, power, success, and a thought. What are the things that you will achieve? Your happiness. So identify the benefits that you will achieve while getting this job, when you achieve this job. So please write it down, remember all these steps, and set goals. So this is a beautiful inspirational story by Arnold Schwarzenegger. You can read that story from the Google or anywhere. So I'll conclude here. So I want all of you to sit quietly for some time, for a few minutes, identify the goal, set this plan, these different steps, follow these steps. And I want all of you to write a long-term goal, identify the benefits, identify the skills that you need, identify the people in your life, identify the obstacles, and develop a plan. And you need to post it in the group before 6 p.m. today. You can just write it in one A4 size paper, take a pic, and put it in the group before 6 p.m. Thank you.